Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tip Balls Podcast. I am your host, Sam Randazzo, and I am joined today by, again, my extremely ashy-elbowed co-hosts.
Hello.
To my right, it's Uncle Sam. No, that's it. The first hello was it.
I said hello.
Yeah, I didn't even say your name. You already said hello.
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 Hola.
What happened to sup?
Hola. I don't know.
I stole that
It's just,
from him.
You know what? After Bruce was saying it for a while, I just thought I'd do my regular, as I do to everyone, hello.
And behind the computer making a sound slightly above average, it is Bruce, the tugboat Venditti.
What's up? Slightly above average.
Yeah.
You know how hard this is?
And our man behind the camera,
Mikeyymullens. Zimbabwe's from Mikeyymullens.
Mike is a great guy.
Give him a Zimbabwe.
I don't know what that is, but he's a great guy.
Can
I
you
don't
just
do
say it one
Zimbabs.
time?
Huh?
Did he just say it?
What'd you say?
I don't do Zimbabs.
There's a Zimbabwe.
Whatever the fuck that is. Zimbabs. I don't
We
do
got
that
one
stuff.
out of him.
I don't know what a Zimbab is.
I'll
we
take
got
it, though.
we got a
Okay.
Zimbabwe out of you.
All right.
We're gonna trademark that, by the way.
What, Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
Registered trademark of the Tip Balls Podcast,
Exactly.
the Zimbabwe. Okay. Well, last week's episode was one for the ages. And here we are. We're right in the middle of dead zone still, kind of. But there is a little bit of action happening around the NFL. Predominantly right around Bourbon Street. The New Orleans Saints made two acquisitions this week that were, honestly, if it was like 3 or 4 years ago, would have been like the signings of the offseason. But these guys are slightly past their prime, we think. They signed safety Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, as well as wide receiver Jarvis Landry. Now,
You've
Uncle-
upgraded.
I'm shocked you'd say that because I was going to say
I think they've upgraded.
It's well documented on this show that you do not like Tyrann Mathieu.
I don't like Tyrann Mathieu's game. Not that I don't like him. I think he's reckless and puts himself at risk. Puts his own career at risk because he plays with the reckless
Balls
abandon.
to the
You can't
wall.
do that. You got to be under control. It's good to be a maniac, but you got to be under control. Take care of your body.
Be an
You
animal.
I'm sorry?
Learn to control it.
Say that
You
again?
got to be a monster, but you got to learn how to control it.
Listen, you have to stay on the field. You're not helping anybody. When you're busting up your own body, you're not helping anybody. Got to stay on the field. And he's a knucklehead. He's always hurting himself.
They needed the safety help, so good thing for them there. And they had a pretty decent draft too. I mean, they got a lot of the guys they wanted to get. I mean, adding on to that receiving core, we don't know what's going to happen with Michael Thomas still, but I mean that's like
Well, I think that's why they
saga.
signed Landry.
Right, but did they draft Olave?
Yeah.
They drafted Chris Olave, star wide receiver out of Ohio State. And now they go out and add Jarvis Landry. Okay.
Landry will teach him how to be a pro.
I've always been a fan of Jarvis Landry and his game. I think he's extremely undervalued for starters.
He doesn't have the Odell Beckham
Pizzazz.
Yes, he doesn't have the dynamite in his game, but as solid goes, he is a lot more solid than Odell Beckham.
Well, here's the thing. It seemed like everybody who played in that Cleveland regime didn't play to their top potential, right? Jarvis Landry.
The coaching in Cleveland's a shit show.
Like,
It is.
Dolphins Jarvis Landry was cool.
Yeah.
Browns Jarvis Landry was not.
No.
Rams Odell Beckham. Cool. Browns Odell Beckham, definitely not.
Shit show.
Right. So I really think that not only is this a big upgrade for the Saints, this could be a big Jarvis Landry year, especially if you don't know what Michael Thomas is, what's going to happen or what's going to be. Or even if Landry plays third fiddle to Michael Thomas and Chris Olave, are there any
Listen,
better
all the
third
pressure's
options?
off of him.
Right.
He's going to have a great year. Watch.
There's not too many
have
better
a great
third
year.
options than Jarvis Landry.
Yes. He'll have a great year. He's that guy you could depend on.
Right. And I think he'll be very
He's
dependable.
proven.
Yeah.
Olave's not proven yet. The jury's still out on him. I think he's a very good player. Both him and Garrett were very good players.
Right.
And I think they're going to be really good pros, both of them.
Yeah. And one thing that we talked about pre-draft and when I did my first power rankings and the new version of my power rankings, now that the schedule and the draft, all that is set in stone and done, they will be next week's show. They will be out for next week. Next week's show, we will go through our preseason power rankings, essentially. But I personally thought, and I think you guys agreed with me, that NFC South, so Saints, Falcons, Buccaneers,
Right.
and
It's
Carolina.
It's still Buccaneers and everybody else.
I agree with that.
They're not.
I thought that was the worst division in football.
They were. They were last year.
Well, it wasn't good, but I thought it was going to be worse this year.
It's clear
Carolina,
skies now.
huh?
It's clear skies. Everything's looking.
Well,
up.
here's the thing. Here's what's going to separate that. There's been a rumor rolling around that Drew Brees possibly wants to come back and play football. Now, I don't know if he's going to come back to the Saints. I think we would all assume if he was to come back, it would be to the Saints. And even then, even if he came back, I still don't think none of them guys are going to beat Tampa. Tampa's going to go and they're going to go 6-0 in that division.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, so NBC and Drew Brees parted ways on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. So he's no longer signed to a TV deal. He came out and said he's very open to doing TV for a different network. He also said he hasn't completely closed the door on his return to football. With that said, I couldn't see him playing anywhere except New Orleans. And in all reality, they have Jameis Winston.
If Sean Payton was still the coach there, I would say
it'd be
yes.
done. Yeah.
I would say yes,
Be a
he's
done deal.
back. But with him being gone, I doubt it.
You know, at the end of the day, though, Drew Brees wasn't playing bad when he retired.
Nope.
He was still
messed up
playing
that
at a
thumb.
really
He's
good
really
level.
bad.
Man.
Yeah, he had
He
injury
tore them
issues.
tendons in his thumb, in his throwing hand. So, I mean, he couldn't even grit the ball. I mean, he was playing with basically throwing it off his fingers. 'Cause
Obviously,
he had no thumb to grip.
he's healed up now.
Yes.
He's had a year to rest. I think if he came back, he'd be pretty effective. Do I think that anybody's going to compete with the Buccaneers in that division? No. But I was looking at this the other day, and we have a lot of unknown in New Orleans. Carolina, I don't have a lot of faith in. I think they realistically now could maybe be the worst team in that division because I really kind of like what the Atlanta Falcons are doing. I like Marcus Mariota. Cordero Patterson, if they utilize him properly, we could be having the Deebo Samuel conversation about him next year. Like, they drafted extremely well. I don't hate Atlanta as much as I had them 32. I had them finishing dead last. And now
they upgraded their defense. And this is the part of them that year after year after year was their Achilles heel, was
Right.
defense.
right.
They've upgraded that defense immensely this year.
I feel like they're starting fresh. You move on from Matt Ryan, bring Mariota in for a year, see what happens. Like, they're doing things the right way.
They're in a total rebuild right
Yeah.
now. But I'll tell you what, for being in a total rebuild, I don't think they're in bad a shape as Seattle or Detroit or some of these other teams.
I would still take
really
the
don't.
Lions. I'd still take the Lions over the Falcons.
They have needed
sorry?
this since Tom Brady buried them in the ground and put dirt
Yes.
over the
They
ground.
never
They haven't gone up.
they never recovered from that Super Bowl loss, 28-3.
Well,
But
and that's why their coach was fired.
yeah,
And I mean, you can't collapse like that in that game and not get the repercussions.
no.
of it. I was surprised he kept his job even the year after.
They
that,
did a
to be
Carolina.
honest with you.
Well, speaking of Tom Brady and the NFC South and everything else, it was announced that Tom signed a deal for whenever he decides his football career is over with, I believe it was Fox Sports. We'll have to double check that, but I believe it was Fox Sports for $37 million a year for 10 years to be a commentator, game day commentator. Now, that's massive money
Hold on. Did you see the video he put on TikTok the other day?
of him riding
Of
the
him
bike
riding
around.
the bike
New York.
around.
I'll tell you what, I saw that. So Uncle Sam doesn't know what computers are, but So Tom Brady posted a TikTok of him riding a city bike around Manhattan.
Okay.
And let me tell you, if I ever saw that, like imagine you're just walking down the street and you see
That's
Tom
what I was
Brady
saying.
going by on a fucking bike in downtown Manhattan, I think I'd actually pass away. I'd drop and pass away right on the spot.
I would instantly stop and be like, Tom,
What
dude,
the
what the fuck? What,
Yeah.
dude?
What? I'd be like, God, am I hallucinating right now? But either way, so $37 million a year to go on TV when his career is over. Now, I don't think this year will be Tom's last year. I'll start by saying that. Do you think having that light at the end of the tunnel now changes where his career is going to go?
I actually think so. I think if they win a Super Bowl this year, he's out. Why would you continue to risk injury? Not that he hasn't really anything to worry about,
No.
but I mean, why do it to yourself? I mean, he has other ventures he can go to and make. Obviously, he's going to make more as an analyst than he would playing football. Why would you not retire and just do that?
We already
It makes
know.
no sense.
Tom's not playing for the money at this point. At the end of the day,
he's playing for his legacy.
He hasn't really that much in his career.
Huh?
He hasn't played for the money in his.
No, he never has. He took another pay cut again this year.
You look at why do you think this? Why do you think Aaron Rodgers only has one Super Bowl? Why do you think Brett Favre only had one Super Bowl? Peyton Manning only had two. Why do you think that? Those guys have a common denominator. They never renegotiated a contract to better the team around them.
Chasing the bag.
To never do that is the reason why they have skipped over the success that Tom Brady has.
Because he's a team
Is Tom
player.
Brady better than Aaron Rodgers? No. Is he better?
Is he fucking high?
Oh, wait a minute.
Are
Let
you
me finish.
fucking
Let
high?
me finish. Is he a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers? No. Was he better than Peyton Manning? No. But Tom Brady had enough common sense to know that in order to continue success and to win in this league, you have to give up something. And he gave up the money all those years. All those years. For the whole 10 years that they were dominant for, he renegotiated his contract every year to put the tools in around
You are putting fuel on the fire right now.
You know what?
I'm not trying to put the few.
You
It's
wanna
my
know something?
opinion. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way.
I'm not gonna. I was about to go crazy, but I know the only reason he said that was to get the reaction out of me.
It's not.
Yeah,
I truly
You're playing
believe
it cool.
I truly believe that's how come he's had the success.
Yeah, no, that's
that
fine.
he's had.
That's fine. The
It's
success,
because he's willing to make the sacrifice.
Correct.
Where these other guys are egomaniacs
Nobody's
that would never
arguing
do
with
it.
you. Nobody's arguing
wrong?
with you. You just said that Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers were both better than Tom Brady.
Yes, I did.
You went out of your way
Yes,
to
I did.
say
Yes,
that
That's
to
Yes, I
piss
did.
him off.
yeah. You just
I
you
think
did that
both
for
of them
fun.
were better
no,
quarterbacks
but no,
than
you
Tom
don't.
Brady.
You've
I
repeatedly
think
gotten.
Aaron Rodgers throws the ball better than Tom Brady.
Yes, but he's not a better quarterback.
I think he's a better quarterback.
Why?
I just told you why.
Because he has more arm strength.
He throws the ball better than Tom Brady ever did.
Well, and Jameis
Tom
Winston
Brady
is too.
wishes he could throw a football like Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think he does.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
I don't think he does.
Well, he
at all.
doesn't care now because he's got all the money in the world. Doesn't matter. He's got it all now. He's got all the championships. All the championships that these guys don't have is because they were unwilling to make the team around them better.
Well, we can take this episode and throw it away because this is just as big of a shit show as last week already.
I don't think so.
Anyways,
Anyway,
I'm not gonna play into that today.
truth hurts.
The whole thing is there's not an ounce of truth behind what you're saying.
I believe there is. And I would like to know how many people out
Well,
there
hold on.
think the same way.
Aaron Rodgers had better arms.
If you guys are all listening to this, I want you all to tell me, who do you think is the better quarterback, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady? And and Peyton Manning. Throw Manning
Guess what?
into
You're gonna
that
get a
mix.
bunch of sorry ass losers that say Aaron. Rodgers.
Whoever's
We don't
listening,
even have to go
And
here.
then-
We don't
whoever's
even have to go
listening
here.
can go here.
Who's the
I'd
best?
like to know.
Who's the best quarterback of all time?
Joe Montana.
Why?
Because he's perfection.
Okay, but Aaron Rodgers had a better arm.
Oh, absolutely. Aaron Rodgers had a better arm than Joe Montana.
So he's not the best quarterback of all time. He's not a better
he's
quarterback
not
then.
because I just told you why.
Yes, but
Joe Montana, it didn't matter what position he was put in. He's 4-0 in Super Bowls, 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
so
Never lost a Super Bowl.
off of that philosophy, the guy with 1 Super Bowl,
greatest.
Aaron Rodgers, is better than
The
the guy with
greatest.
7.
No, the greatest, Joe Montana.
But Aaron Rodgers is better.
I
He has
said,
more
is he
arm
a better
strength.
quarterback?
Yeah, he's a better.
Yeah, he
Aaron
had all
Rodgers is a
these-
better quarterback.
Dan Marino is better than all of them. I think Dan Marino is the best quarterback ever to play the game was Dan Marino.
Did
as far
something
as-
happen to you at work today? Did you
No.
fall?
as far as skill, size, velocity, Marino, nobody could compare with him.
So now
Nobody.
Dan Marino's the best quarterback of all time.
Dan Marino is the best pure passer of all time.
No.
Can you just choose a greatest
Yeah.
quarterback?
You just sit here and manipulate
my favorite
words.
is Joe Montana.
Not your favorite,
He's
the
my
best.
No.
He's
Who
my
is the
best.
best quarterback of all time?
I truly think that Dan Marino was.
This fucking I can't actually there had to have been what the fuck did you drink today? Or smoke?
Did
or
Rigo
inhale?
pop you on
I
the
was
head?
smoking Bruce's weed pen
Oh my
before the show
God.
started.
Do you want to fix this right now before
No.
I run with this for the rest of forever?
You can run it forever. Dan Marino was the best quarterback I ever seen play the game.
And Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback
Aaron Rodgers
than Joe
is
Montana.
a better quarterback
than Joe Montana.
than Joe Montana and Tom Brady.
This is also coming from the guy that would choose Eli Manning over Matthew Stafford. So,
that is true.
you know.
Wow.
I'm
That's
sorry.
a hot take of the day.
I'm sorry. Eli Manning is 2-0 against Tom Brady.
He's still 5 behind.
It doesn't matter. What doesn't matter? He's 2-0.
Can I ask you a question?
Say what you want to say.
Okay.
He's 2-0 against Brady. Head to head. Head to head. That's some shit right there.
Well, Nick Foles beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, he did.
Is Nick Foles better than Tom Brady now too?
No, Nick Foles.
I was
is
waiting
good.
for it.
Nick Foles is in that same situation as Trent Dilfer.
Here we go. I needed to
Oh.
make sure he said it today at some point, and I figured he would right
Oh.
there. Every single episode we have recorded so far, this is gonna be 19, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
You have found a way in 19
I had to
straight
integrate
episodes
Trent Dilfer.
to say the name Trent Dilfer some fucking how. In
Okay.
19 episodes, Trent Dilfer you've made mention in.
God bless Trent Dilfer,
Oh,
the worst quarterback to
there's the
own.
name of the episode.
One of the
Trent
worst
Dilfer.
quarterbacks to
I
own a Super
love
Bowl
Trent
ring.
No, the worst.
One of the worst.
Who's the worst quarterback to have a Super Bowl ring?
I don't
Trent
know,
Dilfer.
man. It's between him and Joe Flacco.
The Flacco won one.
Flacco's pretty bad too.
Nick
Well,
Foles.
the Ravens
Nick
defense.
Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles is pretty shitty too. Nick Foles wasn't even a starter. You know,
Wow. That one.
I don't know.
What the fuck were we supposed to talk about today? Because I don't
I don't
remember.
know.
Yeah, that on Thursday, the NFL's 2022 regular season schedule came out, and I'll tell you what. Whoever is the schedule maker for the NFL really should pursue a career in like Hollywood movie producing, because
Well, it is anyway.
I mean they set this up so picture perfect.
Didn't they move around like concerts or something? I heard they had to move the schedule around like Elton John
Yeah,
concerts.
so
and-
obviously, yeah, that goes into the schedule planning a lot.
yeah, but that's bullshit.
Why?
Elton John should have to work around the NFL.
Elton John
all
booked his date before
Listen
the
to me.
fucking NFL did.
well,
Elton John.
yeah, but those teams own
Elton
the
John
stadium.
is an
No,
it's Sir
does.
Elton John.
Yeah, it's Sir
Yeah,
Elton.
He's
the
been
owner,
knighted.
the owners that own the team.
He's been knighted.
Guess what? If you're Stan Kroenke, you want to tell Elton John to
when
go
you're
kick
knighted,
rocks.
you
when
do
he's
what you want. He's royalty.
Yeah.
He is royalty. I love Elton John, but
I don't.
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
he sucks personally, but
The first matchup, Thursday Night Football, to start out the year on September 8th. The Los Angeles Rams, the defending Super Bowl
Yup.
champion Los Angeles Rams, and Matthew Stafford host what everybody thinks could be the best team in football, the Buffalo Bills, and Josh Allen, and Von Miller, and Stephon Diggs, and the list goes on. Now, I personally think the Bills have the best roster in football, and I also think the Rams took a step back from last year. But to start out the year with this game, I mean, you couldn't pick, honest to God, you couldn't pick a better match.
Hey, Cooper Cup's gonna be a different animal this year, dude. I saw that video of him DB pressing fucking 110 pounds. He's going to be a different animal.
Are you ready for a hot take? I was thinking about this. There will be a Cooper Kupp regression this year.
Really?
I personally think so. I do not think he'll be able to replicate the year he had last year. I think Stafford won't be able to replicate the year he had last year. Ultimately,
We all
that's
know
why.
what you
Listen,
think, so I don't even want to hear it.
I'm going to tell you why. They've lost a lot of offensive linemen, and you can't replace that in one season.
You can't replace Andrew Whitworth by
sorry.
himself.
No, yeah, that's true.
No, I mean he was huge.
You
That's
can't-
their
not replace a dude like him
offensive
at
line
all.
captain, and my man is gone.
I mean,
This is the guy that kept that idiot upright the whole year last year.
they lost
He ain't
Robert
an
Woods.
idiot.
Yeah,
He ain't an idiot.
I'm sorry.
He ain't an idiot.
Who?
Stafford.
Well, whatever. I mean, to each your own.
Anyway, they signed Allen Robinson, who I don't think is up to Robert Woods' standard.
Is
And-
he Robert Woods? No.
No.
Will he be productive? Yes.
Yes. And they got Bobby Wagner. So,
I love Bobby Wagner.
and the Bills got Von Miller, and the Bills lost on a coin flip last year. They were a coin flip away from AFC Championship game and probably a Super Bowl berth. I mean,
They did it to themselves. They lost games down the stretch they should never have lost.
agree.
That's on them. And they seem to come up short every year the past 3 years.
Well, that's going to set the tone. And then if we go further down the schedule,
Well,
I mean-
let's read it off.
well, this is just week 1, so I don't want to
Correct.
spend too much time on this.
Pop week one real quick.
Well,
some of the
got-
I think some of the matchups are incredible.
divisional matchups off the rip: Saints at Falcons, Steelers at
Oh yeah,
Bengals.
that's going to be for the basement of the division.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
Dumpster
Saints at
fire.
the Falcons,
uh
Steelers at the Bengals. That's a huge game.
yeah, that's two huge division.
This is what I
matchups
like
off
is
the
these
rip.
division games.
Yeah.
I mean, these are huge.
Deshaun Watson will make his debut in Carolina,
Interesting.
so that'll be a nice stat padding game for him.
I get to see Jordan Davis go up against my Detroit Lions. I can't wait to see it.
Week 1 in
Oh my
Detroit,
Lord!
the
The
newly
Kobe
built
Dean and Jordan Davis.
Philadelphia
My
Eagles coming
God.
to Detroit.
You know, I will say I saw a fucking stupid ass tweet the other day. It was this guy like, "Oh, the Lions are gonna be Super Bowl champs this year," blah 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 blah, and said all these fucking facts.
What was that? Your brother?
I don't know. It was just
Is that your
some-
brother
some
drinking again?
Jackass. And I just commented, I'm like, delete this. This is fucking stupid.
Okay,
Why would you ever put something like that out on the fucking internet?
two things. One, Lions aren't going to win the Super Bowl this year. Actually,
No.
I think they're
No.
going to lose to Philadelphia week 1 by 2 or 3 touchdowns. And second of all, do you have a boner?
No. What are you talking about?
There's something poking out of your shorts right now, and it's making me real uncomfortable. I looked over at the computer, and something's bulging out there. You need to fucking do something with that.
He wishes anyway.
Anyways, Ravens at Jets.
That should be a good game.
That game we will see
That
right
game
away.
should be awesome, actually.
We'll see right away.
Yeah.
One,
How
if-
much the Jets have improved.
and
And-
two, the Ravens, if it was really they were that banged up last year or
Right.
they're not that good.
Correct.
That's going to be a great tell-all
Huge
matchup.
game.
Uh,
Patriots, Dolphins.
that'll
big
be-
game.
that'll
Divisional
be-
game.
Yeah, New England's first loss of the year will come
And
week 1 at Miami.
I you know
I think
what?
you're wrong.
I
always
can't wait to
lose in
see that
Miami.
game because all I know after that, what is it? 10 games after that is somebody's going to shave their head
They got to win more
He's
than
definitely
9.
kissing my ass. That's
They have
Oh,
to win
yes.
more than 9.
and French kissing Bruce's butthole. And
French kissing Bruce's asshole.
yes,
Great.
the Raiders and the Chargers. What a huge game!
That's a chef's kiss game.
that, that is,
That's a huge game.
That's
okay.
Packers Vikings. That's a divisional
Nah,
game.
I don't give a shit about that.
Huge.
poop game.
You know Green Bay is going to run the division
Buccaneers, Cowboys.
at Cowboys on
That's a
Sunday
big
night
game.
football. Beautiful game. And then
And then
Monday night.
Monday night
Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos go
to Seattle.
to Seattle. Imagine that for Russell Wilson.
I love that because you want to know what I want to see Russell Wilson do? Just pick up the ball and fire it at Pete Carroll. That's what I want to see.
Some
I want to
longest
see him
yard.
throw his first pass directly at Pete Carroll's head.
Yeah. So week 1, I mean, that starts out with
Huge.
an
huge
absolute
matchups.
bang. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's awesome.
The NFL literally wrote a storybook with that. Going into week 2, things slow down a little bit.
Oh, Chargers Chiefs. That's a huge game.
Chargers Chiefs on Thursday
That's
Night Football.
a huge game.
Now, you know what would be interesting? Chargers play Raiders week 1, and then they go play.
Two divisional
Chiefs.
games back to back.
Yeah.
All of those teams.
Right.
2 divisional games. By week 3, one of these guys could be fucking 0-2.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is if the Chargers could find a way to win week 1 and week 2, they already have
They're
a
sitting
huge
pretty.
step up
They're
in the
sitting
division.
pretty
Yeah.
then.
So Chargers have to come out strong out of the bat. Going down here, we got a divisional matchup, Bucks Saints, big deal. Colts Jaguars, that game interests me. Because I think
that's a divisional game.
Yeah, that's a divisional game, and I think that's where Jacksonville comes out and says, hey, we're here.
Got
We're
Seattle Niners.
Different than last year, and we're going to come out strong.
The Colts too.
Huh?
The Colts. Aren't you talking about the Jaguars?
Jaguars would beat up on the Colts week 2, I think.
They beat them last year and knock them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the Jaguars
I'm
would
excited
be a
to
lot
see Matt
better.
Ryan down there.
Yeah.
You're excited to see what?
Matt Ryan.
For the Colts?
You know,
Seahawks Niners, that's a big game. That's a divisional game.
Seahawks Niners is going to be a throttle fest.
Yeah. Yeah. Cardinals got to go to the Raiders.
Lions get a
R.I.P.
dub.
Kyler Murray.
R.I.P. And who's on Monday night? Then,
let's look at the Lions schedule. Let's go through the Lions schedule. We're a Detroit-based show. I think we should go through their schedule and let's talk about wins and losses.
Pull it up, Bruce. Let's do it. Well,
Let's do this.
so those are preseason. Let's go up to Philly.
All right.
All right, right there.
All right, no, let's go to preseason.
No, I don't want
Go to preseason.
No
Let's
one
see
We're
what
not
cares
happens.
talking about the fucking
preseason.
preseason, dude. You in the USFL. Anyways, week
Look,
1.
God bless Jeff Fisher.
Week 1, Philadelphia comes to Detroit, and I think the Lions are going to get throttled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I do too.
personally.
Week 2, I believe they win.
I think they will
beat
win week 2
Commanders.
against Washington.
They're here at home.
That's a dub.
And they've got the first 2 at home, which really helps them. Week 3, they go to the Vikings,
And they will
their
lose.
first road game.
And they'll lose.
I
And
think they'll win.
you know
They'll win
what?
that game.
I'm on the fence about this because
You think they're gonna beat Minnesota
I truly
twice?
think that
I
they
think
had
they could.
Minnesota's number last year. Minnesota struggled in both of them games, bad,
And now that the Lions kinda
real
have it,
bad.
they kind of have it together.
And I
this
think
year.
if they can get in there, they're not going to be full strength yet.
No.
So I don't think so. I think they're going to lose that game.
Okay.
So they're 2 right now. I got them 1-2.
Here's one thing we're forgetting about Minnesota. New coach.
Yes.
Whole new staff, essentially.
Correct.
Got a little bit younger. Probably going to
Yeah.
have some growing pains. But I
Yes.
think they'll ultimately be better than they were last year. I have Lions.
Talent wise, they're a lot more
1 and
talented
2.
than the Lions.
They'll beat Seattle at home.
Oh, for sure.
At home, they got
100%.
Seattle coming into town. I think
Yeah.
we might have to go to that game, and we're all going to sport our T-shirts.
Pete Carroll is a scumbag.
Pete Carroll is a scumbag.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
We need to get
And
row
we will go
one.
to
Oh,
this
you
game.
have to be standing there with a giant sign.
Yeah.
That says
Oh, no.
Pete Carroll's.
I'm going to have my shirt on, and
but who's
people
gonna see
don't
you
worry. The
sitting
camera's
down?
coming on me. I will make
Who's
sure.
going to see
We
you
need
sitting
to
down?
we need to be the first row behind Seattle's
Yeah.
bench
Correct.
for that game.
And I want Pete Carroll to come up in the stands and punch me in the mouth.
Yeah. One of us needs to get arrested.
I want it
Then you'll
so
see
bad.
Dan Campbell.
You remember
full
that guy
steam
who?
ahead.
Remember that guy who was pestering Mike Tyson on the plane? I'm going to do that to Pete Carroll.
Who's going to bash teeth in?
Hey, be careful.
Yes.
They
The
can
only
kick you out.
difference is I'm going to whoop his ass.
They can kick you out.
I don't care.
Then the Lions go to Foxborough to play Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
That's
I
going to be a
think they
good
lose
game.
that game.
They're going to lose that game. So hold on. Right now we have them at 2-3, correct?
Well,
Yes. They beat Washington. They beat Seattle.
correct.
2-3. Then they go to Dallas.
I think they're going to win that game.
I don't think they're going to.
I really do. Listen to me. As long as Mike McCarthy is the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, it's sort of like Pete Carroll being the coach of the Seahawks. It's a shit show.
You like the illusion of them winning that game, and I almost
I
think too.
truly think they can beat the Cowboys. They match up
They
with them very well.
They don't,
Always
though.
struggle
they do.
with the Cowboys.
They never play. One, they never play well against
Always
Dallas.
struggle.
Two, can I ask you a question?
Hey, they're due.
They're not.
They got fucked the last time they play them. They're due.
I agree.
Listen to me.
They're due.
DeMarcus Lawrence is going to fucking teabag Jared Goff. Like, let's be real. And
If we got our offensive line in check, what week is that?
6.
Week 6, guess what?
Right?
You're going to get your boy off the pup list here. And he's Jameis Williams.
Ooh.
He ain't
He's going
playing.
to show everybody what he is. He
Dolphins.
won't play the Dallas game, but he will play.
You really think
The
they're going to
Dolphin
beat
game.
the Cowboys? You're going to get on this microphone right now
I
and
think
say
they
you're
will beat
predicting
the
a win.
Cowboys. It's a hot take.
I think you're insane. Dolphins at Lions. Oof.
That's a dub.
loss.
That's a dub.
I think that one
That's a
could be a
loss.
loss too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a loss.
You guys are insane, dude.
Who on the Lions defense is going to match up against their receivers? Who's going to stop Mike
Look who's
Gesicki?
throwing them the ball.
Yeah, guess what? If you gave Jared Goff, Tyreek Hill, and Mike Gesicki, and Jalen Waddle, and
You didn't see that
Chase
video of
Edmonds
Tua
and-
underthrowing Tyreek at just their
It
practice?
was one pass, dude.
But
Really?
still, dude.
gotta-
I mean,
you-
come
listen,
on. The people of Miami
gotta
don't
get
even
used to
like the
lightning,
guy,
dude.
dude.
He's not used to lightning yet. He's got to get used to putting that ball out there before my man even cuts. That's why he's missing him right now.
I think that
That's
game's
what.
gonna be a
That's why you have training camp.
You have them winning losing every game.
No, I don't. I have
I
winning
don't.
2 so far. He has
I got
winning
him winning
3.
three.
I think they're going
I
to
gave
beat
him the
Minnesota.
Cowboy game.
So
Green Bay at
I gave him
Detroit.
the Cowboy game.
Green Bay at Detroit's a loss.
I actually
Detroit?
like.
Yes.
I like Detroit,
I don't know about that.
but I think Green Bay is going to win.
Yep.
By this time, Christian Watkins they have fucking 800
Yeah.
yards and 12 touchdowns.
Exactly.
So the two guys at the draft who were saying, "Oh, actually, the Lions have the best."
The Green
roster.
Bay Packers took 2 of the Georgia defense. That's all I'm going to say.
And then they went in the
Okay.
next round and got the receiver.
Then they got their 6'4", 4'3", 40
and
receiver.
I'll just throw this out there. Odell Beckham's visiting there today.
Correct.
that ain't gonna.
Anyway,
Anyways,
we got them loose on that one too.
so I have them winning 2. You have them winning 3. How many do you have them winning right now?
I haven't even been.
Well, we
keeping count.
figure that out before we get to the end here.
Hold on.
Green Bay, and then so next
Well,
week at Chicago, I'll give them the win there.
You're going to give them a win
I'll
on
give
the
them
road
the win
to Chicago.
on the road to Chicago.
That's a walk in the park.
Okay.
Not a walk in the park, but they'll win that. There's their third win.
I agree with you on that.
It's dub.
I don't like Chicago.
No.
Not because I don't like Chicago. I just don't like Chicago.
Okay.
And neither do I.
So I have 3 wins right now at
Okay.
the Giants.
I
Now,
think that's a win.
This
I
is
think
another
that's
one
a
of
win
those
for them.
This is another one of those that on paper and you look at it, they should win that game. And you know what? I think they will.
You know, the only thing that scares me right now is by this time of the year,
Everybody can be
how upset is Kayvon Thibodeau that he didn't go at least at number 2?
and Kayvon Thibodeau
And
comes
that's
in 4th.
I
millions
feel like
of
it
dollars.
doesn't. I feel like he doesn't really care that much. To be
Say that.
honest.
Say
I
that.
think he
Say
doesn't
what?
care. I think he would rather be in New York than in Detroit.
I think so.
That's a
too.
bigger market, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't
Okay.
think it's he's
All right.
I
sitting there
think they'll
going,
win
"Oh,
that game."
Detroit
So I
didn't
have-
fucking take me."
I got the Lions winning that game.
I have them.
also.
We both. So you and I
Where
both
are we
have
at?
winning
Right
4.
now, I got 5 wins.
Right now, we are at what is going to be, in my opinion, the biggest embarrassment on the NFL schedule all year, which is the Bills coming to Detroit on Thanksgiving Day at 12:30, and Josh Allen absolutely throttle fucking
Only
Jared
because
Goff.
it's Thanksgiving.
Here's one question. I
Lions
have for you.
always have that one game where it's like, oh, it's gonna be a fucking blowout, and then they somehow are kind of neck and neck.
Bruce.
They may
Bruce,
lose by a little.
Bruce. Mahatma Gandhi and Jesus Christ could come down
Bruce.
and suit up for the Lions
Bruce.
that day, and they're still going to lose by 4 touchdowns. Put it here.
Hey,
Put a quote on
you
it.
remember that game we went to when the Lions were supposed to turn it around
Yeah.
and they played the New England Patriots and Tom Brady didn't even play and they were down 3 touchdowns before the first quarter was over?
Yep. Hold on. You want to know one better? Remember the Monday night game when the first Patricia regime, right? The Monday night game, week 1 against
They
the
were
Jets.
down, they were down 4 touchdowns.
And he went, the
That was
first play
terrible.
of the fucking game was a pick 6. Do you remember that?
Yes.
You remember how fucking loud that stadium was for the kickoff? It was insane.
Yes.
And instantly,
And then what's his name throttled him from there out.
it was a done. That's going to be that
Darnold.
game.
Why do you
Yes.
have to
Sam
put that
Darnold
memory in my
throttled
head
down.
now?
It was Sam Darnold's
Why?
first
It
game.
happened in front
Yes.
of my face.
Yes.
Rookie.
Yep. And oh my, I mean, they ass throttled him.
I'm gonna start crying.
Buffalo's going to do. You okay? You need a fucking minute?
You need a minute?
Pussy. Buffalo's going to throttle the Lions that day. Jaguars, you guys are going to argue with me here. Jaguars at Lions, it's a loss.
Fucking hot take.
The Lions don't match up against them. Period. They don't.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
They don't
I think
match up well.
The Jaguars are, talent-wise, are a lot further than the Lions are.
Now I'll give the Lions the win against Minnesota at home.
Okay. So how many wins is that for them? 6?
I have them at 5.
Well, I have them at 6.
Okay. Lions at the Jets in December outside. The Jets at this point will be in their rhythm a little bit more, I think. I'm going to give them the
I got them losing that game. I don't think the Lions will win. I think they will lose that game.
Agree. Lions at Carolina, that's a win.
They play good against Carolina.
They always
every time they go to
against
Carolina, they play really well.
I'll give them the win there. So I'm at 6.
Carolina. Remember when Carolina came here?
Yeah. I remember that.
Sam made the Snapchat.
Oh, do you remember what your boy did in that game? Did he throw like 2 pick sixes? Oh, two interceptions in the end zone?
Patricia regime.
No?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was
was awful.
I was drunk as shit.
He was fucking awful.
Do you remember I had the beer
Or who was
syringe?
it that dropped the 2 touchdowns? I'm sorry. Somebody dropped 2 touchdowns. Eric Ebron dropped 2 touchdowns.
I remember that.
2 touchdowns.
I never wanted him on the team.
You remember that?
I fucking hated him. I hate him still.
In his hands. Dropped them both.
Yeah.
You can't blame Stafford for that.
Was terrible.
I made the prediction. I had the Lions winning that.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Lions put you on the Snapchat of you. I recorded.
I was
you
shooting
saying-
the beer. What the fuck is that thing called?
The beer injector.
Yeah, it's like the giant beer.
Syringe.
Yeah, it was horrible.
All right, the Bears.
Chicago at Detroit, loss. Sorry. And then they go to Lambeau on January 8th and lose.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying that they're gonna win in Chicago,
I got them.
but they're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose
in
at
Detroit.
home.
Yes, correct.
They're gonna lose at home. They're gonna lose them last 2 games at home.
Yep.
Those are division games. By this time they're only gonna
I'm mind.
top.
You know something?
Tops. I'm gonna tell you right now.
mind-boggled.
Top 7 wins.
Tops. And you know what? You know the only reason why
They
I'll
only
say
need
the 7th
6.
win, if the Packers already clinched the first fucking round bye, and
Jordan Love. Love
and
is
Jordan Love goes out there
doing
and
mop-up duty.
Yes, correct. Gets ass pounded by Aiden Hutchinson. That's the only way they get to 7. Me personally, I think it's 6. And out of those 6 wins that I gave them, some of those could be droppable.
Oh, I believe any of them could be droppable for them.
Okay.
Listen,
talking
if
about
they
the
don't
Lions,
get Jameis
man.
Williams,
We're talking
they
about the
don't
fucking
have a
Lions.
legitimate deep threat by week 6, you're going to see what you saw last year.
And this is the thing. I'm good with it. I'm good with that.
You're good
I
at
am too.
kissing my ass.
Because, no, 6
I don't
wins,
want
they
them to
I
win
don't
more
have
than
to kiss
6
your ass.
games.
I thought it was 6.
No.
Listen to me. I don't want
7
them to
plus
win more
wins.
than that.
If they win 7 games, I kiss your ass.
I thought it was 6.
No, it was more than
Talking about
6.
New England or the
No,
Lions?
me kissing his ass
Kissing
was
my
more
ass.
than
I thought that
6.
was 6 wins, not 7.
It was more than 6.
No, I don't think so.
It was
more
6.
Well,
than
because you
6.
Because
originally
you
had them
were
winning.
feeling cocky. You were
It was
feeling cocky.
more. Go back and listen to the fucking episode.
I will.
I know what I said. It was more than, if they win more than 6 games, I will kiss your ass, and I will honor
Okay.
the fuck out of that.
All right.
Because I don't think the Packers are going to have that first round bye, personally. So I think Aaron Rodgers will be playing for positioning in that game. They're going to win the division.
By the time this comes, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. Outside of Green Bay, I don't think Minnesota is a playoff caliber
No,
team.
neither do I. I don't think any of them.
We know Chicago's not.
But going back to what I was saying, I'm good with this because this year should be just a year for them to learn.
It should be.
That's it. You're
Listen,
learning.
we don't want them to win too many games anyway. Let's all be honest, dude.
Yeah,
I want them to have a shot to get Stroud
right.
or to get somebody in here. Because is Jared Goff the answer? No. Is Jared Goff going to be here the next 2 years? Yes. You need somebody behind this guy.
Hold on, I got.
It's not
If
fucking
Jared Goff's listening,
David
I want
Blau
those
or
Hezbollah
Tim
shoes.
Boyle or whoever you're going to put in there.
I got a question for you. How confident are you the Lions are going to win more than 6 games? Are you willing to double down on your bet? If they win 7, I have to kiss your ass. If they don't win 6, you have to kiss mine. And if they win 6 even, it's a draw.
I don't know.
He's breaking. He's fucking breaking.
It's the Lions, dude. And
There it
Jared
is.
Goff's our fucking quarterback.
He said, "Oh, that's a win. You're insane. That's a win. You're insane." He thinks they're
they
going to win
will
10
beat
fucking
Minnesota in
Listen
Detroit.
to me. Listen to me. We bet them that New England will win 10 games. I already said that.
Let's do it. Pull up the Patriots schedule because I'm going to pick you apart right now.
Go ahead.
Because this was one I studied because I'm not going to lose my hair. But
Oh, yeah. You're going to lose your fucking hair, bud. Luckily, you got a nice head of hair. It'll grow back fast.
okay,
They will stomp the Giants week 1,
that's
the
pretty-
preseason. Who do they play week 1? The Raiders?
no Dolphins
They
at
played-
Miami week 1.
They'll win that game.
No, they won't.
That's a divisional
They
game. They'll
always lose in Miami.
win. They'll win.
You
that
know I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong.
game. They'll win that
Always
game.
lose in Miami. 0-1. Next,
They will beat
at
the
Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
They'll win 1-1.
Oh, for sure.
They got
Ravens in
Baltimore
Foxborough,
going
they're
to
gonna lose.
Foxborough. I give that to the Patriots.
What?
I got them going 3-0. Here's their first loss. Will be at Green Bay.
See,
They
I
will
have them.
lose that game.
I have them starting out 1-4.
Well, I got them starting out 3-1. Okay.
They'll be the Lions.
After that game, they play the Lions. They'll beat the Lions.
Yep.
That's 4-1. Go ahead, scroll down. Okay, then they got the Cleveland Browns, which
That's
they
a
will
dub.
smoke
in Cleveland.
in
a
Cleveland.
dub.
They will smoke them.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
Then they play the Bears. They'll beat the Bears.
Of course.
This is a hard game.
Did you think Tom Brady's still playing?
No,
What made
it's Mac Jones.
so the only losses you have for them right now are
Hold on, I'm not done. They're going to lose that game to the Jets.
okay.
They're going to the Jets. Jets are fired up. They always drop a stupid game they shouldn't. That's going to be one of them.
Okay, so you have them losing
that's
2
their
games
second
so
loss.
far. Oh, okay.
Okay, they will lose to the Colts. The Colts will go into Gillette Stadium and beat them.
Okay, so it's 3 losses.
Okay, then they got to play the Jets. This is payback for that loss.
in
they had.
Foxborough.
They will beat the Jets.
3.
Okay, they will beat the Vikings at Minnesota.
Okay.
They'll lose to the
They will
Bills.
lose to Buffalo at home. They will beat the
losses.
Cardinals.
They'll lose to the Raiders.
I don't know about that.
Mm,
Okay, they'll lose to the Raiders.
5.
They will beat the Bengals at home. Why are you laughing?
that's a
They're
debate.
at
That
home.
is
They will
that is
beat-
a debate.
They will beat the Bengals. The Dolphins got to go to Gillette Stadium. They will beat the Dolphins, and then they will lose again to Buffalo.
So you have them losing 6 games. So you have them going 11-6.
Yes, I do. Which one of the 2 of them games might not go their way.
You better
But
hope
I
2
have
of
them
don't
winning
go their way.
more than 10 games.
I think you're insane. You have them beating the Raiders
Correct.
in Vegas
Correct.
when the Raiders are going to be hunting for a playoff spot in mid-December.
Correct.
You're out of your mind.
I don't know. The Raiders defense will absolutely destroy.
You have them losing to Cincinnati. You have them beating Cincinnati in
At home.
Foxborough on Christmas Day.
At home on Christmas Day. Yes.
Oh shit!
Christmas
I
Eve.
forgot
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
who Derek Carr's throwing to this year. Shit.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah. Dude, the Raiders are gonna walk
God,
the
that
Patriots.
weed pen must be so good. I need to get me one of those. So anyway, I do have them winning over 10 games.
Well,
But the bet was 10.
the bet was
If they don't win 10,
plus or minus 10.
correct.
Yep.
I'll shave my head.
Oh, but no, you shave your.
You
no,
don't. You
that's no
don't
fun for
have
anybody.
any hair.
I already shaved it.
Okay, hold on. How about if they don't win 10, you have to get tip balls tattooed on you?
Okay. And I'll do it
Okay,
on camera in front of everybody.
that's fine. Will you let me use the gun?
No, stick and poke.
On yourself?
Stick
No,
and
no,
poke.
I'm putting it on you.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
not-
no.
I'm-
You,
You're going to do it on your own hand?
Yeah.
you need to stick
I-
and poke it.
What?
I will do it
Stick and
myself.
poke.
I don't know what that
You've
is.
never seen a stick and poke tattoo?
No.
So they literally just dip like the stick in the ink and they poke you, one at a time. Each individual.
You will be the first person I run that.
You know what a stick and poke is, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Been doing that for years.
real quick, let's pull up the Tampa Bay schedule because I went through everybody's, and I had Tampa Bay finishing with the best
Oh
record in
God,
football.
we have to. Why do we gotta?
You
pull
agreed
the
with
thing?
me. You said they were going to
wanna
run the
fucking-
table.
I already told you.
So why wouldn't we tell them that?
I don't
If you
wanna
think
tell the
Tom
people
Brady's going to
that.
make more history and go undefeated,
What is this Detroit Tigers shit? What are you doing?
he looked up Tampa Bay schedule and brought up the fucking Rays.
Well, here's the thing.
This one's poop.
Number one, I don't
wrong
see how
fucking
they got such an easy schedule.
Who, Tampa?
Yeah.
They're not in a great division, so they're going to win all their divisional games.
Well, I got them going 6-0 in the division.
Right.
Here you go.
And
Here-
then,
Let's give them 6 wins right now.
okay.
They're 6-0 against the division.
Dolphins at Bucks, it's a dub.
that's preseason.
They'll
Oh,
win
that is
that
pre-
game.
That is preseason, my bad.
Here.
Bucks at Cowboys.
That's the first game.
Yep.
Bucks at Cowboys.
Yep.
They'll win that game.
Yep. Then we got them winning against Saints. Packers
Yeah.
at Bucks.
Packers at the Bucks. This,
I have them dropping.
Probably-
This.
huh?
I have them losing this game.
I don't. I think they
wow.
will win this game. If they're to lose a game, it will be one of the next 2 games. These 2 games that they're going to play back to back, Bucks and Chiefs, both. The only reason why I think they're going to win both of the games because they're at home.
If they
had to go on the road to Arrowhead or go to Lambeau, I do believe they would.
if
do both
they
of them.
beat the Packers and the Chiefs back
back to back,
they're
there
running
ain't no
the table.
stopping them. They
Yeah.
will run the table.
Yep.
Because then they got to play the
Falcons,
Falcons,
Pittsburgh,
the Steelers,
Panthers.
Carolina's going to get
This,
smoked.
you know what? That
A
Ravens
rematch.
That Ravens.
I don't care about Lamar Jackson. He's tried to beat Tom Brady how many times
True.
and has not.
That game.
Keep going.
November 6th at Tampa. The Rams come to Tampa.
Oh, here's a game that could be dangerous for them. The Rams going to Tampa.
No, Tom will get that revenge back.
No, he owes them one,
He will.
and I
fucking-
can't wait to see
Yeah,
that.
he-
This
Tom-
could probably be his best performance.
You want to
of the
know
year.
something? That'll be that
Yeah.
467
that.
yard 5 touchdown
And
game.
he'll have some.
He is
stupid
going to-
Stat.
he's-
Chris
What about against
Godwin will have
Seattle?
3 touchdowns. The Saints are no.
Hey, you want to know
they
something?
could possibly. I believe.
No, the bottom of this schedule's tough. There's
What
a
do you mean?
part of me.
What are you talking?
There's
about?
a part of
the Cardinals,
me-
the Falcons, and
Yeah,
Panthers.
what?
There's part of
me
me
a
that
break,
think they could
dude.
drop that game at
Bullshit.
Cleveland. That's a very Brady-esque
What?
game to choke
What?
in.
Is that because Deshaun Watson's going to play by then? Yeah.
At San Francisco, they'll put on a show.
Oh, give
the
me a break,
Bengals
dude. They're
at
not going to stop them.
the Bengals at the Buccaneers.
What about it?
That one kind of throws a light up for me too.
How?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I love the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow. I have a bad feeling they're going to take a step back this year.
You think so?
Yes, I,
I
do.
think so too.
Yes, I do.
wanna know
I
what's up?
think they're going to take a step back this year. I really do.
I would think that, but their one weakness was their offensive line, and they did everything to
They
rebuild.
did everything they could to upgrade that, and that's swell. But I just got a feeling they won a lot of close games last year that they could have lost.
So how do you think the Bucks will finish?
I truly believe at this juncture, I only see them possibly losing 3 games.
So do I. I have them 14-3.
I got them losing maybe 3 games.
Yep.
Maybe. But like I said, those 2 games that I think they would lose if they were on the road, I believe they could take both of them.
Yeah.
I think they could beat Green Bay and Kansas City at home. I think they could take them both.
Do you want to?
Kansas City's about to take a step back too,
I
and
think they
I
do.
don't think a lot of people realize it. But they're gonna. I know they got Sky Moore. Sky Moore is supposedly the next Tariq Hill. We'll see. You know, they say that a lot about a lot of teams, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Tops 3 games, tops 3 losses, 3 losses. I got them winning 14 games.
Sorry, I gotta fix my balls.
Oh,
You know, I was thinking about this, and the games on this year's schedule. I think you could have some ESPN classic games that come out of. I mean, we just talked about the first 2 weeks really this year when it encompassing the whole league. And I think you could have some literal ESPN.
There's some
classic
huge
games.
expectations this year coming out.
Yeah.
We have to see who's going to be able to get through training camp without any major injuries.
Well, that's the whole thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is the Dolphins going to be able to come out of the preseason without losing a guy like Tyreek Hill?
Right.
Or is what's his name out there in Vegas?
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams doing 150 down fucking the boulevard over there and run some little kid over. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. No, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but I'm just trying to be realistic.
I think
things
Devontae,
are going to happen.
he's a little more humble in that way.
I think he is too. I think he's a really good receiver.
I don't think
he's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Well, what about Jerry Judy?
You know,
Did you hear about the Jerry?
Yeah,
Judy
I did.
situation?
That pissed me off. That's going to hurt them. Him missing the first 6 weeks is going to hurt them.
So supposedly the Chargers are being dropped.
It doesn't matter.
So he
When you
probably
start
won't
doing
miss
stupid
6
shit,
weeks.
he's still going to get suspended.
He might a game or two, but I don't think it'll be a full 6 weeker.
Well, we'll see. See what happens.
So, but going back to what we were talking about, there are some ESPN Classic games that I think could come of this. The first game of the year, Josh Allen and Buffalo going to the Rams, game 1. What is when you think of a classic all-time great NFL game that you watched, that you were at, or just a football game in general? It could be college, I don't give a shit. When you think of that game, what are some of those games for you?
Denver Broncos playing the Cleveland Browns.
What year?
It was in the 80s. It was for the AFC Championship game, I believe, when John Elway took him downfield with 2 minutes left and
Pause.
I'll give you one memory I got that's pretty.
There we go. We can cut
pretty
that first.
pretty
thing.
cool.
He had no idea what was going on.
The Dolphins were playing the Jets, and Marino, they're trying to clock the football so they could kick the field goal and tie. And Marino faked the spike and just drilled it into the end zone, and they scored a touchdown and win. That was a big memory for me.
When is that? When's that from?
I believe it might have been early 90s.
Really?
Early 90s. Yeah.
Wow. Bruce, what about you?
There's a couple. I can't remember the year. I mean, shit, I was pretty young. I mean, my memory for like the Lions or Michigan. I mean,
Bruce, you're 3 years old. How do you?
Yeah,
not
but
have
think
any-
about-
Pretty young, dude. What
going to
game
all
was
those
it?
Lions games growing up, it's like, all right, I was just excited to like see the Lions. I didn't really,
It doesn't have to be fucking
correlate.
20 years ago. When you
Yeah.
think of a football moment right now, what is it for you? Go.
Calvin Johnson lining up in the slot, going into the end zone to hit the corner.
When?
Any week.
Oh, Jesus.
Any week.
fucking
Because
Christ.
our seats are right there on the end zone line. And when you would see him come down and line up right there, everyone's pointing corner, and you knew it was going there, and he would make it happen. Every week after week, that was probably one of the biggest things.
What about Matt Stafford separating his shoulder against the Cleveland Browns?
We left that game.
You left.
We
You weren't
left.
there.
Everyone.
Why'd you
actually,
leave?
yeah, because everyone was
Why
leaving.
did you leave?
And then next thing you know, we're walking out of the stadium, and you just hear this roar.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Coming out of
remember
the stadium, and we ran to this fence and watched the replay on this dude's phone. And I think my dad almost
you guys had to be.
he
so
almost had
pissed.
a heart attack.
Yeah.
He was going so fucking crazy. It was nuts. That was insane.
Yeah. I have a very fond memory of the first time I was at Ford Field. I had never been there. I was always the Silverdome guy.
What was
Never-
Metallica in town?
I'm sorry?
Was Metallica in town the first time?
No, actually, me and you went to the St. Louis Rams against the Detroit Lions. You remember that?
St. Louis Rams against the Detroit Lions.
Yes, at Ford Field. And they absolutely got fiddle fucked by Kurt Warner. Do you remember that?
How was this at Kurt Warner?
At Ford Field.
Well, I don't even know when Ford Field opened.
It's when your dad bought the season tickets at Ford Field.
Oh, so I was like fucking.
You were young.
Wasn't it 2000?
Yeah.
Didn't they play there
You were
in
young.
2000?
You remember that or no?
Or was it
No.
2001?
It was me and you and your dad. Me, you, and your dad.
No shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one. That didn't click.
I told you I had never been to Ford. The first time I went to Ford Field was with Sammy. I'd never been there.
I don't remember that one.
I was a Silverdome guy. I have big memories of the Silverdome.
Did you go see the Pope when he was at the Silverdome?
You know what? Guess what? Your grandma did.
Well, I think my mom did too.
Your grandma and your mom did, I
Oh,
believe.
shit. Wait,
I didn't go because I thought it was blasphemy, but
No, you burst.
I don't want to get struck by lightning through the Silverdome ceiling, so I did not go. But I had seen
It
some.
was opened.
I'm sorry?
The first year the Lions played their dickhead.
What year was it?
Go back to the fucking Wikipedia.
you know-
page.
Well, guess what? Kurt Warner was still playing at the time.
You know, it was a warehouse before.
You remember that?
Go down. Go down. Stop.
It has the Super Bowl on there, but
Super Bowl 2006.
yeah.
So it had already been open for a while. Go back up.
It was a preseason.
Oh, 2002. August
2002,
24th,
So
2002.
It was a
so
preseason.
the first
19 years
yeah.
ago.
Because your dad had the seats.
Mhm.
Your dad. It was me, you, and your dad, I think, went.
Wow. 19 years.
I want to say it was me, you, your dad.
So shit, I was already 2 years old. Damn.
Tony go with
Me
us?
and you.
Did Tony go with us?
Might have been me, you, and Tony.
That was so long ago, dude. I don't fucking know.
That was a long time ago, dude.
I was 7.
You know,
Anyways.
where's that picture of Dominic Raiola that you have?
It's not Dominic Raiola. It's Jeff Backus. He's right.
Oh,
next
Dominic
Jeff
Raiola.
Backus.
I got a story about him. I met him at a fireworks
Shout
joint.
out to Jeff Backus.
Shout out
No,
to
I thought
hey,
you did.
Probably
you
one
had
of the best left tackles we
You
had.
had
here.
that big head version, and Dominic Raiola's head was inflated.
Raiola.
remember that.
Actually, my dentist did Louis Delmas, Matt Stafford, Raiola, because the guy has his jerseys in my
Your
dentist's office.
dentist.
My dentist did all
Okay.
Chet Recula, he did all those guys over there in Livonia. He does all the Lions. He was one time, he did the Red Wings and the Lions
Oh,
bowl.
well, they live all.
He's
they
got all
live
their
out there.
stuff.
Is
all
this who
around
pulled your
town.
tooth a couple weeks ago?
No, he didn't. No, I had to go to an oral surgeon for that.
Oh.
The actual dentist. He did Marissa's thing.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, he's pretty. Actually, he's probably one of the top guys around here, dude.
Anyways, I think mine was. Well, they're all Brady related, but the Fog game where they played Atlanta at Gillette, that one's ingrained in my head forever. The playoff game I went to this year against the Eagles, that one will stick around forever. The Super Bowl,
Yeah.
both Super Bowls, but the one at Ford Field, I remember that shit like it was yesterday, and that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are all
Seattle, and
Seattle and Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh won. And it was Matt Hasselbeck, Sean Alexander, and who?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger, Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Who's the Troy Polamalu? I think was on that team.
Yeah.
Was Hines Ward on that team?
Yep.
Who was the coach for Seattle? It was the dude with the mustache.
Mike Holmgren.
You're right.
Mike Holmgren.
Dude with the mustache was
Yeah, because
Pittsburgh.
Scumbag wasn't there yet.
Right. It was Mike Holmgren.
Cowher. Bill Cowher.
Bill Cowher was the coach for
Yeah.
the.
Pittsburgh.
Yep, I remember that. And somehow I didn't really have a team. I just wanted to go because it was the fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
And we ended up sitting in a all Seahawks section.
Oh wow.
And I still have the little green towel and the fucking
And I have
This
I
dude
do
right
have to say this, they were ripped off.
Who,
There was a
Seattle?
lot of bad calls. in
I
that
don't
game.
remember the game,
I do.
but I remember being at the game. So those are some for me. And then watching the comeback, the 28-3 comeback in my basement.
Yeah, that was
Extremely drunk in the basement. And the
You ran outside.
Patriots Falcons Super Bowl. and I
Oh,
ran
what a shit
outside with
show.
no shirt on and slid across the snow and tore my stomach out
Like a penguin.
like a penguin. Yeah, yeah, it was wild. What's for dinner tonight?
Probably chicken and rice.
Gotta get the fucking gains in, brother.
Gains.
Brother, what are you gonna have for dinner tonight?
I have no idea.
What was for dinner last night?
Burgers.
Did you do it on the Blackstone?
Oh, yeah.
You griddled them up.
I had 16 brisket burgers I cooked.
How many went down?
Hopefully, I got a couple left.
What's the ideal burger cheese?
They're 1 pound.
Each?
Sharp cheddar, 1 pound. They're like
It's a 1 pound burger.
The burger's probably that thick and that big around. They're brisket.
What the fuck do you do with a pound burger?
Die when you're gonna eat it.
How many of those will you put down in a sitting?
No, actually, they're quarter. I think they're.
They got to be half pounders.
Half
for
pounders.
brisket, yeah.
Fucking
half
heart
pound.
attack.
That makes
They're
a lot
half
more sense.
No,
I'm
I've
just
seen
saying,
this guy.
fucking Christ.
He made a burger pizza.
Yes, I've seen that.
I want to do that.
Yeah, on the griddle.
I want to make a burger
Yeah.
pizza. It's like this big around. You take like 2 pounds of ground round and you make like a thing, and then you put pizza shit on it,
Yeah.
and then throw
Pizza
the burger
burger.
on top of it.
Yeah, it's
Most restaurants have them now. Pizza.
no. But it's
No.
they use a burger patty as the crust for the pizza.
The burger patty is the crust for the
Yes.
pizza. It's huge.
Yep.
It's huge.
Fucking edge. Anyways, all right.
By the way, we have to finish our coaches Mount
Oh,
Rushmore.
our scumbags,
We haven't done it
the
yet.
scumbag Hall of Fame.
I have to look into it because I still need to pick a couple of guys.
All right. Well, we can do that next week. Next week
we
we're
will
gonna
do
go,
that next week.
Yeah, next week we're gonna go through our power ranks. We'll have our coaches scumbag Hall of Fame up.
Correct.
As
We already
we
had
know,
the players.
The
one,
player one, and it was O.J. Simpson,
of course,
Aaron
Aaron Hernandez.
of course.
Who's the guy that shot his pregnant girlfriend?
Ray Caruth.
Ray Caruth, and who's the fourth? Did we not come up with a fourth?
Oh, we had a fourth.
You said OJ already?
O.J., Hernandez, Caruth.
Who we
Is
missing?
it that running back
No, who we
from
missing?
Baltimore?
No.
We didn't do
We
that.
didn't put him on there?
No, dude, it's homicides, dude.
Yeah, you got him right.
Who we missing?
homicides?
We're missing somebody here.
Oh, fuck, we need to pull the tape and look at
I'm
that.
drawing a blank right now.
So am I. But we'll go over it next week.
We'll go over it next week again.
Next week, the whole show is going to be our new preseason power
Just
rankings.
remember when the Detroit Lions do play the Seattle Seahawks this year, that we'll be there in full force.
First row.
And get your merch here. Your Pete Scarroll is a total scumbag T-shirt.
Yes, DM us on Instagram, and we will be glad to send you a Pete Carroll's a scumbag shirt. And if you don't follow us on Instagram, you should. Instagram is @tipballs, Twitter is @tipballs, TikTok is @tipballs podcast, and I can promise you there will be new content on our TikTok because if Bruce doesn't post at least 3 this week, I will castrate him on video for you guys. If you haven't, visit www.tipballs.com for our latest updates about merch, blogs, if Bruce has been castrated or not, all of the above. And next week, new tipped power rankings, finalizing our Scumbag Hall of Fames. We will make merch out of the Scumbag Hall of Fames and anything else we can think of before then.
I see everybody that likes and listens to this podcast, and I know that you don't follow us on Instagram, so it takes 2 seconds just to fucking follow us on Instagram. So why don't you just go do that?
You'll enjoy it. There will be a lot of good content on there.
Listen, when this
It's not-
season comes up, you guys are going to be dying to
castrate
listen.
Bruce.
It's going to be it's going to be a hot take.
Oh, we have some shit planned. And
We
from
do.
week one
You
on,
guys will be blown away by week 1.
we're going to come out with a fucking bang.
You're going to be blown away by it.
A bang.
Trust me.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a good week. You'll hear from us next.